Hello, I'm Courtney Bjorlin. I am the co-editorial director on ASUG News, and I'm reporting to you live from the SAP Business Objects User Conference in Orlando. I'm very excited to be joined by Jonathan Haun. He's a consulting manager with Decision First. They're one of the first HANA customers, and we're going to talk to Jonathan Haun about HANA. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Courtney.
So, many HANA solutions. There's so many different ones. How do I figure out which one is for me?
Yeah, and I think we get that question a lot. You know, when it first came out, it was HANA, 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 and everyone's like, what is HANA? And then it turned into, how do I use it? And, I really kind of break down HANA into three categories. There's BW, powered by HANA, which is where we use HANA to replace our relational database, such as Oracle or DB2 or SQL Server. Traditional database. So a lot of folks that come over from the business object side without having SAP BW, for years we're using ETL tools to put data into a database, and that would become their central source for analysis of data. But we can use HANA in the same fashion. And then there's a lot of accelerators that are specific for COPA and different financial things, and they're very tailored to a very niche thing within a business.
Okay.
So we kind of break it up into those three broad categories. And I think each solution has, pros and cons. I mean, obviously, if you're a BW shop, BW on HANA makes a lot of sense. If you're just a business object shop that's looking for a platform to really accelerate your analytics, then standalone HANA may be a great solution for you. And if you're having problems with the amount of data you're processing, maybe in COPA or some other financial or CRM modules, they have some specific accelerators for that.
Yeah, I think I've heard that many of the initial HANA customers are actually non-SAP backend customers. So you're seeing a lot of that, a lot of interest among business objects, non-SAP user base?
Yeah, I think right now it's a bit of a mix.
Okay.
If you look at what I've done over the last year with customers, I've done some standalone HANA POCs, and I've also done some BW on HANA. I think the BW on HANA, from what I've seen, is the easiest route, just because it's the same BW you had before. It's using HANA now. If you're a standalone customer, you've got a lot of conversion you have to do. You have to change some of your ETL code. You've got to change maybe some of your data modeling, depending on the types of data you're working with. So,
are there cut and dry use cases for when you should go with a BW on HANA or when you should go with a HANA data mart? Or
yeah, I think so. I mean, if you're on BW today, then you're probably going to find it easiest and more cost effective to go to BW on HANA. If you have no BW or SAP software, then I think you really have to look strong at standalone HANA.
Now you've really been at the cutting edge of some of these HANA projects. You're really one of the first partners to get access to some of this stuff, and you've seen some really good reductions in total cost of ownership in some of the shops you've been in. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, and I think when you talk to people about HANA and then they ask for the price, the first thing is a little bit of sticker shock.
Right.
But obviously, if we start really looking at it, if you're a BW on HANA shop, before you had HANA, you had Oracle or you had DB2, and you probably had a really expensive SAN to make Oracle or DB2 go really fast. If you start looking at the cost savings, once I start eliminating that third-party database vendor cost, once I start moving that SAN away and everything goes into memory, there's some real opportunity for cost savings there.
And people are really getting comfortable with, just taking out Oracle, taking out DB2, and I mean, you're seeing it as a database under BW?
Yeah, I'd say there's probably some hesitation for a lot out there. We've had, a few customers have been really eager. They've seen the performance gains. They saw, I go from 600 seconds to 6-second refresh times on a report. That pays for it. I don't care how much money I save on the database. And right there, my users are happy. User acceptance is up. They're able to do more in less time. But I would say, from my standpoint, when I look at it, I think BW on HANA for a shop with BW is a pretty easy migration because not much changes organizationally. But then again, if you're wanting to look at standalone HANA, it could be a pretty significant investment. But the performance outside of it too is remarkable.
Any other takeaways for those listening, maybe interested in HANA projects?
I think you really have to take a good look at, when it comes down to total cost of ownership, how am I going to get my money back on this? Is it going to be more expensive in the long run? You have to think about all of the IT infrastructure that you use today for your solutions and compare that to getting everything down to a single vendor, more or less. So,
Right.
with SAP, you can have the front end and the engine for the back end and then the analytical tools all from one vendor. So you usually see in that scenario a lot of really good integration between the pieces, a lot of things working really well together, and you take those third parties out, which sometimes results in a much better experience or a much better solution.
Right. Well, great. Thank you so much, Jonathan. That's some
Thank
great
you.
advice on HANA. We'll keep following. Definitely your blog is a must-read for those who haven't checked it out. Give the URL out real quick.
It's bobj.sapbiblog.com.
Great. And for those of you interested in Jonathan's session on HANA, it's tomorrow at 4 o'clock in Australia too. And for more coverage from at the SAP Business Objects User Conference, please tune to asugonline.com or to our YouTube channel on the ASUG TV section. Thank you for watching.